The leader's dead now, and I'm the new leader.
Yes, you removed the rightful leader of the ninja. Can you remember, Tiger, how you went about killing him?
I'm just making fun of you for spitting on girls' faces.
Yo, boys,
Good one,
we're
man.
we're having a
let's,
conversation about physics and cosmology. What you're doing is a complete distraction.
Sorry, I server muted him. Let's not do personal attacks, please.
I just want to kick people when they're down, bro. It's not nice.
I say we curb stomp them.
I should just disengage here, right? Because I'll be honest, I don't have to let people like you up or something like that.
Let me show y'all, let me show y'all, let me show y'all, let me show y'all how it gets.
Let's do this.
Welcome to part 3 of my final experiment debunk series. In this video, I will expose 2 more Flat Earth shills that have been working alongside Witsit as the controlled op leaders of the Ether Flat Earth community. The final experiment kicked off this plan to misdirect the Flat Earth community into believing more and more parts of the globe model. About 6 months after the filming of the fake experiment, Alan and Shane began the next step in this psyop, the Celestial Theodolite method. This method assumes starlight to be traveling straight, and it assumes stellarium, the globe star map, to be accurate throughout our entire realm, even to places civilians are not allowed to go. This is not only a straw man to Flat Earth, but a complete 180 from the arguments Ether Cause made before TFE. Alan and Shane have led their community to believe that this method yields Flat Earth measurements, and these sheep do not notice they are being psyoped because they believe this is helping Flat Earthers. The Flat Earth model doesn't treat the stars' visible positions as their actual positions. If we did treat the stars as being in their true positions, we would believe, like the Globers, that the stars appearing to set is due to them actually dropping down below the horizon. No real Flat Earther believes that the stars drop in elevation. The celestial sphere we see around us is similar to a gigantic lens that distorts objects as they get farther from you, making everything appear to converge at the horizon limit. For years, the Ether Cause community, control-opt by Alan, Shane, Witsit, and Toby, agreed that these celestial bodies were all in apparent positions that you can't draw straight lines to. After TFE, they came out with this new method that they claimed they could use to measure the Earth. Most of their followers that believed in Witsit's recent experiment in Antarctica needed some good news.
And these sheep do not notice they are being psyoped.
Hidden in the math of this method is the assumption that these stars are all in the positions we see them optically, and even worse, the radius value of the globe model.
We take the latitude and longitude and do Haversine to get the distance.
The Haversine is a globe formula, right?
It uses...
I know that you've been asked that before.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so Haversine's a calculator, and it requires a radius value for it to be useful to. Like the whole model is based upon that. So to calculate distances between that, you have to use the radius, yes.
If you're a Flat Earther, you're accustomed to Globers claiming angles to stars as evidence that we live in a ball. But no Flat Earther until these two have ever claimed they could use a path of the starlight to quote-unquote measure the Flat Earth. It is a complete straw man, and it's a Glober method that will pigeonhole their followers into defending irreconcilable star positions. What's funny is that their fanboys attack anyone that argues against this method during the presentations, and claim to all understand easily how this method works. Yet the more anyone keeps up with this ad hoc mathemagic psyop, they find out the whole method is riddled with contradictions. Here's a clip of Shane claiming that the globe trigonometry should be done assuming that the globe would have the mountain lower than on a flat Earth.
Now, the only thing we got to figure out is how to make the globe prediction for the same angle. On a globe, this would be a lower mountain peak. Depicted any other way, it would look similar like this. On a globe, it would have to be lower, right? This angle would be different than this angle. You agree? Good so far?
Yeah.
And here on their site, it says the occlusion of the star should happen sooner on the globe model. Not only is this a contradiction in their method, but it's a straw man to even claim the globe and flat Earth have mountains at different angles of elevation. Flat Earthers and Shane and Allen know that the globe model was reverse engineered from what we see optically. Therefore, the lower mountain peaks in the distance exist for flat and globe Earthers. The only thing different is the belief in what causes the angular drop in things farther from you. Many globers outright claim that on a flat Earth you would be able to see forever. Lol. Whoops, I wasn't supposed to read that. Winky face emoji.
Yeah, John asked a question that has been asked and answered several times. We've done 16 updates. Calder asked a question that was completely unrelated to the topic. QOP was muted.
Listen to Alan try to act like he knew what my argument was, but he can't know what it was because he muted me halfway through me framing my argument.
So QOP was muted for asking about refraction between the observer and the
This is the last time I got the chance at talking to one of the Ether Cause guys before they banned me from Earth Awakenings. And they always seem to entertain debating globers on this topic, but they run and hide from debating me on it. This is a data set from one of the mountain occlusions they did. I labeled it for anyone that wants to pause and check it over. Don't worry if you don't understand it, because they made it as difficult as possible in labeling each section so none of their followers can understand what they are saying, so that they can maintain that authority over them. The globers don't agree to how they account for refraction when calculating the globe measurement, and I don't agree to the method they use for the flat Earth measurement. They're just using some mathemagic trick to take the same exact observation and attribute different refraction values to each model to somehow prove their method works for measuring the flat Earth, yet all it's really doing is strawmanning flat Earth. This is actually one of the ones that was closer to the globe, which they don't like telling their followers happens very often.
And then we can also found that by judging the difference between our two predictions, we see that the flat Earth is closer than what the globe predicts every single time.
Because we got 57, so we're off by 7,000. CordLink might be closer on this one actually.
And we smoke them every time.
Yeah, I guess we should include that one, even though it gives it the appearance of validity.
And we smoke them every time. We're closer every time, except for in the instance of Blend Mountain, where the true positions are basically the same as the refracted position.
And Blodgett Peak. Maybe you should tell her why that is, though.
Yeah, well, like I was saying earlier, when we look at the
and Varley was a globe match. So, would it? This is really the $1 million question here. Would it be fair to say then that the Celestial Theodolite method cannot be indiscriminately used to know the true altitude angle to a mountain peak?
I agree to what he said. It can't indiscriminately get the exact mountain elevation, but it is closer than what the globe predicts.
Can I time an occlusion, put stellarium on the peak with atmosphere off, read the indicated star altitude angle from stellarium, and have that be the correct angle to the mountain every time?
Yes.
In case you missed that, that is Alan conceding that his whole method is just a reification of the globe model. It's completely circular. This was a recent debate between Jaren and Alan. And what's funny about this clip is that when Jaren brings up the 24-hour sun in the south, which obviously I don't think exists, Alan uses the apparent angles argument to debate against it and defend against it. And he claims that you can't do straight trig when looking at the sun, which directly contradicts his Celestial Theodolite method, which they're doing straight trig to the stars. And what's funny is, right after this clip, he actually points to the Celestial Theodolite method as a way that they prove the flat Earth, even though he does straight trig, in the Celestial Theodolite method to prove the flat Earth.
I know, because you keep going back to the apparent position and reconflating it. Like, we could just call it.
There is no reconflating. There is the fact. It's a fact that in the south, people look south to see the sun, and it's the same sun that the people in the north see. Okay, so
I don't. The only thing I disagree with is that it's observer dependent, like individual to them. It's not the same one that you're looking at in the sense that you think it is, that you could like draw a triangle to a physical object.
When I say I'm one of the only people they won't debate on this, I'm not exaggerating. Beasticles was supposed to debate me on Jeranism Live. Backed out after he asked his daddy Alan if he was allowed to. And then he blocked me for some reason. This next clip is a pretty crazy clip because Toby is one of the owners of EtherCause and he has been MIA since right before TFE. And here you're going to hear him for the first time on Discord pop in with a voice changer accidentally left on. And it sounds like the kind of voice you would pick for a nerdy glober, which I theorize he may have been pretending to be on other servers to control op the discussion between Flat Earth and Globe Earth. This is something that many disinfo agents have admitted before on these servers we debate on. And in one of my next videos, I'm actually going to play a clip of someone admitting to me that she was disinfo while she did damage control for Witsit during a presentation I did exposing him and TFE.
We had to subtract the drop over distance, which was 213 from the flat Earth prediction.
I mean, I was just here last week, and Ruhef said
Hold on,
219.
Toby. You got your voice changer on again.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Is that Toby?
but yeah,
I never turned it off.
There you go, Toby. You're live.
Nobody does it.